But now let me ask you a question on you. Did you end up having a studio yourself, or do you rent one? How do you go about it?
So I started at my house,
Mm-hmm.
my podcast in my house in 2022. Started a podcast there, and I just was there for about, like I say, a year.
Mm-hmm.
I was recording out the house, pretty much getting everybody from LA to the IE at the time. That's the people I was kind of interviewing, mostly producers and like some artists here and there that I had come through to the house for the interviews. And then I got sponsored at a studio in North Hollywood a year later, and then I filmed in there for like another year, and I still film in there like occasionally. But right now, the newest sponsor we have is this barbershop, so we've been filming some interviews in there.
Oh,
So
sick.
yeah, man, and then like I met some cool people along the way, like Desto Dub and Nephew Milo, and there's some pretty known people out there. And Melrose, I've done some content with them inside their stores, both of their stores, and then even the warehouse. So I did some interviews in there as well, and then some other two studios around the way
For
too.
sure.
Yeah, man.
So did you end up meeting all these people just based off of the connects that you have, or is it like as a word of mouth type?
I would say most of them was relationships for the most part. I came out strong, bro. Like with the podcast, man. When I dropped my podcast, bro, it's something I kind of planned. I was very determined for it. I just wanted to. I had the camera to set up. It's funny because I was supposed to start with my friend too as well, and then things didn't work out with him. And then long story short, I was kind of left with just this idea that I have. And the thing is, my friend was supposed to be the one to help me with like be the Jamie, like how to XLR cords and recording and cameras and editing and software. I didn't know about none of that, man. So I think that's the only thing I was probably just didn't know about. But you know what? It just forced me to learn to adapt, man. And sometimes like to get things done, like you have to do it yourself, bro. And to be honest with you, like I think it makes me a better person today. Like the fact that I edit and shoot my podcast and know how to like do that all the way around, host, and just it's more of an asset, man. It's a valuable skill, like to learn, you know what I mean, to have things, to know more things about your craft, whatever that may be, you know what I mean. It doesn't hurt you in a way to know how to edit as well and how to work cameras and softwares and whatnot or whatever. So yeah, man. So just from the beginning, that was really tough, to learning how to do all that. And I would say I came out with, when I first interviewed people from high school, so I was like a party promoter type person in high school. I did like a lot of the functions and stuff. So I kind of had some relationships with people like DJs and party promoters and some artists here and there that I met through just doing the function things through LA. So I used a lot of those connections to start out. Like, so I started interviewing the DJs, some of the party promoters, and then some artists I knew like AMBJ. He's from LA. One Take Quan, that's some LA type known based artists. I interviewed them, and then I kind of reached out to the IE at the time. Started interviewing some producers like my boy Run That Back West. Shout out my boy. And then that's how I got cool with like the YTB camp. If you guys don't know, that's like R3 the Chili Man. That's like their thing. So I got to know them through Wes, the producer. Then I started interviewing some producers from LA. And then, yeah, man, the next thing you know, you're kind of like in this, it's just one thing after another, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just really like you do one interview with somebody and like, just, dude, like as soon as you drop that interview with that person, you got like, at least for me, it was like I had like 3 or 4 people in my DM, like already talking about like, yo, I want to come on, or you know what I mean? So it's just like that, one thing after another, man. And the next thing you know, I'm kind of tapped in with a lot of these producers out here, artists. And then that kind of led to the sponsorship deal with the studio owner as well. He's a engineer, and it's because I was kicking it with Run That Back West and these other producers and stuff. I heard his name. I finally popped up on my Instagram. I just did an interview with him. I didn't even know he like owned a studio. That's so crazy. Like honestly, like I deadass didn't even know he owned a studio. Did an interview with him, and then I showed him like what I was doing and like all the episodes I was doing at the time. Like at a year, I think I was barely at like 400 or 500 subscribers at the time, man. And I think I was just on the verge about to hit 1,000. I said, yeah, man, I started, last year, I've been doing this, and that. And like he recognized a lot of these people because they're mostly like in the music industry. So he was pretty surprised that, I was having some of these people like Cypress Moreno, HBK Josh. He had a lot of people coming to my house doing these interviews, and he was just pretty like surprised by that, for me just being out here starting it, from the house and everything. And that's when he offered to sponsor me went to Hollywood, and then I was just kind of doing the same thing in Hollywood for real, bro. It's just kind of like, it was just, I was in a different environment. So I got to meet a lot of people, but I was still just doing my thing. Just like I turned up a little more because we were just in studios and stuff. You know how it is, bro, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I didn't mean to go too much
No,
into
you're
that.
solid, bro.
Man.
You gotta remember, bro. They, at least the followers that I have, and the
Yeah.
other people that are gonna see this, they don't know your story. So it's a good thing that you're letting. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I'm like I said, my name's Rel, man, for real. Like I've started a podcast I want to say about in 2022. I've been doing. I'm going on to my 3rd year right now. My podcast, of course, is The Real Me with Rel. You know, we got some merch on right now. You can always hit me up at The Real Me Clothing if you need that. I'll get you some merch, brother. Don't you gotta
for
send me your
sure,
size,
bro.
and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
give
was
you.
expecting.
My bad,
I
brother.
was
I
like,
got
damn, I ain't getting no.
My bad. What size are you, brother?
I'm a large.
I got you, bro.
Yeah,
Don't even
for
trip,
sure.
I got you, man. That's my bad, brother. Yeah, The Real Me with Rel. And, I'm just on my way to, I got this vision that I have, that I want to be the next black owned genuine podcast of Los Angeles, man.